Developing now, a police officer denied service at a Noodles & Company.
Marcus Dash is in the newsroom with more. Marcus?
Yes, 2 Noodles & Company employees in Virginia were fired earlier this week after refusing service to a uniformed officer. According to a witness, one of the cooks at the restaurant saw an Alexandria police officer approach the counter. The cook then approached the cashier and said, quote, "I ain't serving that." Hear what an Alexandria police representative had to say about this situation.
Very disheartening. I mean, the officers put their lives on the line helping the citizens, and that we're here to protect them, we're here to help them. And just facing the discrimination while just going and get food, it makes our job a lot harder. You can never let your guard down.
Feltham says Noodles & Company has been cooperative in addressing the problem. The restaurant released an apology and fired the 2 employees involved in the incident. Noodles & Company has also agreed to put up signs in the building reading "Blue Lives Matter" to show their support for law enforcement. Since the incident, people have taken to social media to boycott the restaurant, but Alexandria Police Department tell people the incident is not representative of the company as a whole. From the newsroom, I'm Marcus Dash. Back to you in the studio.
This is News 4 Midday, and right now we are staying on top of several stories.
Here's what we have so far. Goose Creek trespassing accident, new details about a rope swinging accident at a creek that almost cost the life of a teenager, and why people are being warned to avoid that particular creek.
Kids are having a great time, but we all know it's just a matter of time before something bad happens, and unfortunately yesterday it did.
Agony turned innovation, the story of a 17-year-old who suffered a concussion and is now using his experience to develop a new tool to help others fight concussions.
And gun fallout debates, the days following the deadliest mass shooting in our country, debates about gun control, heated protests at the NRA, and the stand some of our top officials are making. These stories and more right now on News 4 Midday. It has just been confirmed this morning that a U.S. student staying abroad has died after going missing. 19-year-old Bo Solomon went missing 2 days ago after he went out with his friend. This morning, his body was found in a river in Rome. He was studying abroad at the John Cabot University in Rome. Today, the university released a statement saying Solomon's body was found in the Tiber River and expressed condolences to his family. He's from Spring Green, Wisconsin, just west of Madison. His family arrived in Italy this morning. Solomon had just completed his first year at the University of Madison, where he was a personal finance major. The cause of his death is now under investigation. This morning in Maryland, a nurse fell 100 to 200 feet in the Monocacy River after she jumped over a Jersey wall, trying to help victims of a serious crash. Maryland State Police say she was driving on the eastbound side of I-70 when she saw an overturned dump truck and jackknife tractor trailer. The 2 vehicles crashed near Patrick Street a little before 5 a.m. Both drivers were injured. Police believe the woman thought there was a median separating the 2 sides of the interstate. The woman was rescued and a medevac helicopter flew her from the scene. There's no word on her current situation. When you're living in D.C., hearing sirens isn't out of the norm. In a nationwide survey, the D.C. Fire Department is the 8th busiest fire department in the country, with almost 200,000 calls a year. New York ranks first with more than 1.7 million calls a year. Here in Northeast D.C., Engine 30 is the busiest fire engine in the district. It's also the 4th busiest fire engine in the nation. D.C. Fire Chief Gregory Dean takes pride in how busy his crews are. However, he says he wants to reduce some of those 911 calls by using a private car service to transport patients who don't need to go to a hospital.
Allow us to help people who need help by getting them to a doctor's appointment or getting them to a clinic or getting them a ride to a clinic.
The district currently uses a private ambulance service to transport patients with non-life-threatening injuries. Well, is it a blessing or a curse? There has been no form of construction on the side of N Street Northwest for almost 30 years. Well, this week their road is being paved. However, just 2 weeks ago, new bricks were just laid on that side of the road. Those bricks do not look that new today. They've been damaged due to current construction going on. Residents in that neighborhood are worried because those bricks will not last that long since water has gotten into them. DDOT has responded to this, and they said they are fully aware of this issue, and public can be rest assured the damage will be repaired this week at no additional cost to the taxpayer. Several manholes were also covered on the asphalt on that street as well, as DDOT says it will also take care of that. Some airline services are offering changes or refunds for people traveling to areas impacted by the Zika virus. Federal officials warn pregnant women to avoid travel to Miami's Wynwood area. So far, there have been 15 infections believed to have originated in that area. American Airlines, Delta, JetBlue, Southwest Airlines, and Spirit Airlines all have guidelines on how passengers can change their reservations. Travelers are advised to check with their air carriers for specific policies.
A Virginia man is accused of selling patients a fake cancer cure for thousands of dollars, even discouraging them from seeking other treatments.
Manassas police say 67-year-old Peter Adenji posed as a medical professional and operated a fraudulent business on Forest Pine Circle. He charged cancer patients $1,200 for one dose of an herbal mixture.
The ingredients, we're not disclosing, and actually they've been sent to the FBI for additional tests.
There is continued awareness about concussions by both the public and U.S. health officials and how dangerously they can impact our kids.
In News for Your Health today, Julia Grace is here with more. Julia?
That's right, Amanda and Marcus. Concussions, especially among young people, can be very serious. Because the early signs of a concussion can be very subtle, it is hard to know if someone even has one, and treatment largely depends on when the condition is detected. Eric hopes that this new tool will help other young people diagnose concussions early on.
It looks like it's portable too.
Exactly, so it can be used right on the scene where an accident occurs.
And that will cut wasted time that can be spent going straight to a doctor.
Exactly, so it's very innovative, and Eric is hopeful that it will work.
That's great, that's great.
Thank you, Julia.
Thanks,
Sure
Julia.
thing, thank you.
I gotta say, it was pretty cold today driving to work.
Was it?
Yeah, I had to drive my top down.
Actually, it was very nice, a nice breeze.
Yeah, it
I
was
liked
great.
it.
Last
I'm
2
over the
days
hot
have been-
weather.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Well, it won't last for too long. Like you said, this morning it was pretty cool outside. That cool time.
And now I know that it's almost time for football season, finally. Gets pretty exciting once the Olympics wrap up.
Yep.
We're excited.
Yeah, and our Marcus Dash is here to tell us a little bit more about how the Redskins are looking for this upcoming season. Marcus?
Wow. Well, as you know, I was down at Richmond, and I got to tell you, it's impressive to see these guys practice against each other for as long as they do. I got a chance to ask some of the players how they cope with 2 weeks straight of practice of just playing against each other. Here's what some of the guys had to say.
It's a grind, man. It really is. I mean, you're out here every day. It's hot out. There's a lot of humidity. You got to battle through it. Guys, you see scuffles going on. Guys will, toward the end of it, be sick of hitting each other and be ready to hit somebody else. But, yeah, it's a grind, and it's a grind you got to embrace, and this is where, you see what guys, rise to the top.
You just got to focus every day about getting better and working on the little things. If you can do that, then you'll be able to make it through. But, yeah, it is a grind. No game plan, like I said, just practice. So you got to find a way, motivation, just get better every day.
As you can see, it's all about the grind, and training camp really comes down to each player getting better and making their own players around them better. We will see that put to action Thursday night as the Redskins face off against the Atlanta Falcons in their first test of the season. Football's back, baby. Can't wait. I really can't wait.
We're excited.
Yeah.
Well, I know
great.
I've got some outdoor plans this weekend and in the next few days. How's the weather looking, Matt?
It's actually not looking too bad. Things are pretty good out there, aside from the...
Lots of outrage tonight coming through social media after a police officer was allegedly denied service at this Noodles & Company. Here now from a police rep.
A Alexandria uniformed patrol officer came to Noodles & Company to have their lunch, dinner. And while they were waiting in line, the cook from behind the counter went up to the cash register person and pointed at the police officer and said, "You have to take me off the line, I ain't serving that." Noodles & Company has agreed to post signs on their door that they support Blue Lives. And they've been very cooperative with us in this matter, and we hope to continue the cooperation with it, and we hope that the business itself is not judged by the actions of a couple of individuals.
I got a chance to catch up with the police chief, and coming up on News 4, you'll get a chance to hear what he had to say about the incident. I'm Marcus Dash from Alexandria. Marcus Dash here at Redskins training camp. The boys are ringing in the month of August with a bang as they head into the second day of pads. They play the Atlanta Falcons in 10 days. But training camp isn't all about preparing for your opponents.
It's a grind, man. It really is. I mean, you're out here every day. It's hot out. There's a lot of humidity. You got to battle through it. Guys, you see scuffles going on. Guys will, toward the end of it, be sick of hitting each other and be ready to hit somebody else. But, yeah, it's a grind, and it's a grind you got to embrace, and this is where, you see what guys, rise to the top.
You just got to focus every day about getting better and working on the little things. If you can do that, then you'll be able to make it through. But, yeah, it is a grind. No game plan, like I said, just practice. So you got to find a way, motivation, just get better every day.
I'm Marcus Dash here in Redskins Park for day 2 of Redskins minicamp. A few notes from today. Deshaun Jackson, once again, did not talk to the media. For the second day in a row, he ignored the media. But his teammates did talk to the media, and they were more than happy to get on the field for the last day of minicamp before heading into training camp.
It's been really fun. Our defense did a really good job these last couple of days at getting after the offense. And we're just getting better on both sides of the ball.
It's been really good. We got a lot of guys who are big personalities. Guys like Chris Baker that kind of get the whole defense going whenever we're doing well, and that's good. That's good for the whole team really, because it kind of when even though the offense might not like it at the time, it kind of picks up their level of play because they're hearing the trash talk and whatnot. But it's all in fun and just all about having good energy at practice.
Training camp begins July 28th. From Redskins Park, I'm Marcus Dash.